If you are waking up tired even after 8 hours of sleep, or if you have brain fog that coffee cannot fix, I have a controversial question for you. When was the last time you truly emptied your system? And I don't mean just going to the bathroom. I mean a complete, system-wide evacuation. Most people are walking around carrying between 2 and 5 kilograms of toxic waste in their lower abdomen. It sounds unbelievable, but let's look at the anatomy. Your colon is a tube that is about 5 feet long. Over years of eating processed food, refined flour, and low-fiber meals, a sludge begins to form on the walls of that tube. In alternative medicine, we call this mucoid plaque. Think of it like the pipes in an old house. Over time, the minerals and the gunk build up on the inside of the pipe, making the opening smaller and smaller. You might still be going every day, but you are effectively eliminating through a straw. The rest of that waste stays trapped behind the plaque. It sits there for days, weeks, or sometimes even months. And this leads to a condition called auto-intoxication. Your colon is not a sealed bag. It is a semi-permeable membrane. Its job is to reabsorb water back into your bloodstream. But if that water is sitting in a pool of rotting, fermented waste, you are literally reabsorbing toxins back into your blood. This is why you feel tired. Your immune system is fighting a low-grade infection from the inside out, 24 hours a day. The solution is not more fiber. If you add fiber to a clogged pipe, you just create a bigger clog. And the solution is not drinking more water. If you drink a gallon of water right now, your body will absorb it in the stomach and small intestine, filter it through the kidneys, and you will just urinate it out. It will never reach the colon with enough force to wash away that plaque. To physically dislodge 5 kilograms of waste in a single hour, we need to hack the body's hydration system. We need to create a liquid that is invisible to your kidneys. We need a solution that flows through your stomach, through your small intestine, and hits your colon like a high-pressure fire hose. There is only one way to do this naturally. It is an ancient yoga technique known as the salt water flush. But you have to get the chemistry exactly right. If you miss one variable, it simply won't work. Let's talk about the physics of why your previous attempts to flush your system have failed. You have probably been told to drink more water to fix your constipation. Physiologically, this is useless advice for a severe blockage. When you drink plain water, it has a specific gravity of 1.0. Your body recognizes this immediately. It says, hydration. It absorbs that water through the stomach lining and the small intestine, dumps it into your bloodstream, and filters it through your kidneys. 30 minutes later, you are urinating clear liquid. That water never even touched your colon. You effectively pressure washed your bladder, but your large intestine remained dry and impacted. Then, people tell you to eat more fiber. Imagine a traffic jam on a highway. The cars are stopped bumper to bumper. That is the waste in your colon. Adding fiber is like sending 50 more buses onto that jammed highway. You are just adding bulk to a system that is already paralyzed. It increases the pressure, the bloating, and the pain, but it does not move the traffic. To clear the jam, we don't need more cars. We need a flood. We need a liquid that travels from your mouth to your rectum without getting absorbed along the way. We need to hack the specific gravity of the water. Your blood plasma has a specific salinity, a specific density. If we create a solution that matches the salinity of your blood exactly, something incredible happens. Your body gets confused. It doesn't recognize the liquid as water to be absorbed, but it doesn't recognize it as a toxin to be vomited. It views the saline solution as neutral. Because the density matches your blood, the kidneys do not filter it. The body does not absorb it. So where does it go? It creates a siphon effect. The pyloric sphincter at the bottom of your stomach opens wide, and the fluid shoots straight through the small intestine and into the colon intact. It hits the impacted waste like a tsunami. Because the water cannot be absorbed, it has no choice but to exit, and it takes everything in its path with it. This is the only way to achieve a 100% flush in under 60 minutes. But, and I cannot stress this enough, the math must be perfect. If you put in too little salt, your body absorbs the salt and you just get thirsty. If you put in too much salt, you will vomit. There is a precise Goldilocks zone of salinity that unlocks the sphincter. Here is the exact chemical formula you need to mix. Do not eyeball this. If you guess, you fail. You need exactly 1 liter of water. That is roughly 32 to 34 ounces. The water must be warm, not boiling, not room temperature. Think of it like soup broth. Cold water causes the stomach to cramp and contract. Warm water relaxes the pyloric valve and encourages flow. Now, for the active ingredient. The salt. You cannot use the white table salt sitting in your shaker. That stuff is bleached, iodized, and full of anti-caking agents like sodium aluminosilicate. Those chemicals effectively poison the flush mechanism. You need pure, unrefined salt. Pink Himalayan salt is the gold standard here, or a high-quality gray Celtic sea salt. The magic number is 2 level teaspoons. Not heaping, not rounded. 2 level teaspoons for 1 liter of water. This ratio creates the isotonic state we discussed, where the salinity matches your blood plasma. Put the salt in the jar. Pour in the warm water. Stir it until every single crystal is dissolved. If you see grains at the bottom, you aren't done stirring. Now, I am going to be honest with you. This does not taste good. It tastes like you are drinking warm ocean water. To make it palatable and to add some enzymatic activity, I recommend squeezing in about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. This cuts the brininess and helps settle the stomach nausea that some people feel. Now, here is the execution strategy. You are not sipping this while you read the newspaper. To create the tsunami effect, we need hydraulic pressure. You need to drink the entire liter within 5 to 10 minutes. It sounds like a lot, but it's just 4 cups. Drink 1 cup. Breathe. Drink the next. Don't chug it to the point of vomiting, but do not take 20 minutes. You need that volume of fluid to hit the stomach all at once. This heavy volume of liquid creates a distension in the stomach that forces the bottom valve open. Once that liter is inside you, the clock starts ticking. You have roughly 45 minutes to 1 hour before the floodgates open. And in that time, there are specific movements you can do to guide that water through the twists and turns of your intestines. Once that liter of saline is inside you, do not go sit on the couch. If you sit down, the water pools in your stomach. It sloshes around, making you feel nauseous and heavy. We need to help gravity guide that fluid through the maze of your intestines. Your digestive tract is not a straight slide. It has corners. It has twists. It has U-bends. Specifically, we need to get the water past the ileocecal valve, the gatekeeper between the small and large intestine. So, for the next 20 minutes, you need to become a washing machine. You need to agitate the fluid. Stand up. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart. Raise your arms above your head and clasp your hands. Now lean hard to the left. Hold it. Then lean hard to the right. We aren't stretching muscles here. We are physically tilting the container. We are using physics to pour the water from one section of the gut to the next. Do this twisting motion for a few minutes. Then, do gentle torso twists. Swing your arms left and right, looking over your shoulder. You will literally hear it. You will hear a gurgling sound, like a barrel rolling, moving deeper into your abdomen. That sound is victory. That is the sound of the saline breaching the blockade. Somewhere between the 30-minute mark and the 60-minute mark, you will feel a sudden, undeniable urgency. Do not ignore this. Do not try to hold it. And most importantly, do not trust a fart. When the valve opens, it is not going to be a normal solid elimination. It is going to be liquid. The first wave will push out the solid, impacted waste that has been sitting near the exit. But that is just the beginning. Over the next hour, you will likely return to the bathroom 3, 4, or even 5 times. The body releases this in waves. The second and third waves are where the magic happens. This is where you will see the dark, old sludge that has been stuck to the walls of your colon for months. You keep going until the water runs clear. When you see clear, yellowish water, you know the pipe is clean. You have effectively hit the factory reset button on your digestive system. But now, you are left with a completely empty, sterile gut. What you do in the next 2 hours is critical. You have wiped out the bad bacteria, but you have also flushed out the good guys. You are a blank canvas, and if you paint that canvas with the wrong food immediately, you will ruin everything. Now that you are empty, you are in a delicate state. Your gut lining is clean, but it is also raw. You have stripped away the protective mucus layer along with the toxins. And most importantly, your microbiome is currently zero. If you go out and eat a pepperoni pizza or a spicy curry right now, you will be in agony. Your gut has no defense system. You need to treat your stomach like a newborn baby for the next 24 hours. Your first meal, about an hour after the flush is finished, should be something soft, cooked, and bland. In yoga, they recommend khichdi. This is a simple stew of white basmati rice and mung beans cooked until they are mushy. If you don't want to make that, stick to white rice, steamed carrots, or a simple bone broth. Avoid raw salads. Avoid spicy food. And avoid heavy meats. And then, with your second meal, you need to re-inoculate the garden. You need probiotics. Now is the perfect time to eat sauerkraut, kimchi, or a high-quality organic yogurt. Because the bad bacteria are gone, the good bacteria can take root without competition. You are effectively planting seeds in fresh, tilled soil. This is how you permanently change your gut health. You flush the weeds, and you plant the crops you want. Finally, a word of warning. This protocol involves a significant intake of sodium. If you have high blood pressure, kidney failure, or heart issues, do not do this. Your kidneys may not be able to process the salt load, and instead of flushing, you will just swell up. And for everyone else, do not try this on a Tuesday morning before work. Do not try this before a date. This is a Sunday morning protocol. You need to be home. You need to be near a bathroom. And you need privacy. Give yourself a 4-hour window where you have zero responsibilities. If you are brave enough to try the Saline Protocol, I want you to comment flush down below. And if you want to know what to eat to keep your colon clean so you never have to do this again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The body is a self-cleaning machine, but sometimes it just needs a manual reset. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.